All right, this is the instruction video for DotLine. DotLine. We're using Adobe Animate to now animate multiple symbols in the same frame. So there's an interaction between two characters, right? And it's going to be a dot and a line, but you can make the characters with the brush tool and the shape tools. You can make it look like anything you want. Doesn't have to be a dot. Doesn't have to be a line. We just want to see multiple symbols, and also you don't have to worry about a background on this one to keep it somewhat simple since there's a lot of frames. All right, so let's go and click New File. Try that again. Okay, New File. And I want to go with the standard one. This one here, it says 640 by 480, right? It's probably down here, but wherever it is, 640 by 480, go ahead and click it. And click Create. More manageable size for us since these are going on our websites. All right, and so I want to get started with my dot, let's say. So I'm going to use the oval tool. I'm going to set my fill and stroke, and I'm going to go ahead and come out here on the stage and draw a little dot. And then I'm going to use the selection tool up here. And I'm going to use the selection box. Actually, before that, I'm going to also show you that you can add artwork to your dot. If you wanted to put a little extra artwork on there, remember you control the brushes. The fill is the color, the size of the brush. The bracket keys don't work, so you use the slider to change the size. I just want to put a little face on it. Click, click. A little smiley face. Okay, there's my dot. I'm going to use the selection tool now, and I'm going to click from past the top left, click, hold, and drag past the bottom right to make sure I got everything included, and that's when I hit the F8, and I'm going to call this dot, and click OK. All right, now I'm going to draw my line, and I'm going to actually use the rectangle tool for that, and let's get my fill and stroke. Just gonna let that ring on because I'm busy with you right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw a little line here. And now I'm going to click on this selection tool. Same thing, I'm going to do a selection box entirely surrounding this shape and hit F8, and I'm going to call that line and click OK. Alright, so now I have my stick and my line. Also, they're just not giving up. Oh well, I'm just not answering. So another option is, another thing to look at is now that you have these symbols, if you come over here and click on the library, you have the two symbols that you can reuse. So if you click, hold, and drag, you could bring in another symbol so you don't have to redraw it. Same with the line, okay? You can drag those in as you need them, and they're completely separate once you are animating them from the other objects. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and delete those because I don't need those. Just wanted to show you. And then I'm going to click back on the properties. And I'm going to go here and fit in window and zoom back out. All right, so now I'm ready to position my dot and my line where I want. Also, if you want to rotate or change the size of these characters, you can use the selection tool to click on it and then hit Q on the keyboard, like Q is in Q-tip. And then that will allow you with this edit box to change the height, this one to change height and width, right? And if you hover over and you get that round arrow, that will allow, once you got to be in a corner but not touching the corner. That is not going to let you rotate it. That lets you rotate it there. So I'm going to click, hold, and I can then rotate as I might want to. Okay, and then decide where you want your line or lines to go. Okay, now I'm ready to animate. So I'm going to hit F6 twice because we're using doubles. So F6, F6. So I'm only making changes to the animation on the odd number frames. Okay? And so also when you do that, they select together. So they'll move together, but you probably don't want that. So I'll have to click out, and now I can move. Okay, going to, go ahead and make my change to this frame, F6, F6. Now I have to click out, it's just somewhere, just click out somewhere so I can deselect, so I can independently move, F6, F6, click out, right? And you want to keep the motion slow, right? F6, F6, because otherwise it will play too fast, even when you're doing doubles. F6, F6, click out, and F6, F6, click out, and now I can maybe start to rotate, bring this guy down, F6, F6. I'm not going to go through more of this for the training purposes. I think you got the idea what you're looking to do. Call me over if you're stuck, but I want you to go all the way out here to 3 seconds, 90 frames, or even 150 frames, 5 seconds of animation. All right, when you're done, you're going to file save as to save this, or if it gets close to the bell, and you're going to call this, this is called DotLine. Okay, and pay attention to where you're saving it so you know where your stuff is. Click save, and okay, I'm going to replace it too. All right, and then you're ready to export it too. When you're done, you're ready to export. File, export, animated GIF. Okay, animated GIF, and you don't have to change anything on this first screen. And we want to click save, and then up here make sure it says .line, and it's going to be a GIF, and make sure you know where it's going, and then click save, and then you're able to submit that to the assignment and put it on your Wix animation page. Have fun. I look forward to seeing these.